Hi, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with me, and we're going to do a little bit of a tutorial on the Cricut Explore Air. And I'm just learning myself, but I know there's a lot of people out there who don't have the time or don't have the internet access to watch a lot of videos like I do. I have unlimited internet, which I'm thankful for, but some people like my daughter can't get unlimited internet, and there might be people out there like her who want to learn the Cricut but yet don't have the time to sit and watch a ton of videos from Cricut. And I will tell you that Cricut Explore Air, there's very little information in the booklets. So if you can't go online and find your information, then you have to call them, which I do not like to do. I'm one that likes to just go in there and figure it out myself, or have a good book that I can sit down and read and it'll tell me something. But anyway, I'm going to go through a little bit of a cut and show you what's going on. Now, I've already signed in to my Cricut Explore on my iPad, and I'm going to do this on my iPad so you can watch, and I hope that you're going to be able to see everything. Alright, I'm just going to do a simple cut and write. I'm not going to do anything really complicated right now, because let's start small and then we'll get larger as we go. But the main thing that I had to learn is what all of these buttons down here were for. What they did, how I made them work, that kind of thing. So we're just going to start off with something. Alright, when you first bring this up, a lot of times it's on projects, and it will be on all cartridges. Most of the time when you bring it up, that's what it looks like. Okay, so if you're not wanting to cut any of this and you just want to make your own design, which is what we're going to do today, all you need to do is go to design right up here in the corner, click on design, and it brings you up a mat. And then you need to, if you want to put images on there, you click on images, and it'll take you back to all different types of images. It takes you back to where it says cartridges, and if you do the drop down on that cartridge, it'll show you the free product of the week, which there's a few freebies this week. Not anything that I was really interested in. Looks like they're going for the shark attack this week. And then if you go to, sorry about that, if you can go to most popular. That's what most all people are cutting right now. And then the recently added, you can go to that one. It shows you all of the new things that are being added right now. And another thing that I am, hold on just a minute, let me get this cut off so those will quit popping up there. Hold on 1 second. I apologize for that. Okay, that should work. Alright, if you, like I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted, the thing that I dislike about this is it's very slow pulling up. And there is a question and answer thing and a way you can rate it. There's a little pop-up that'll say rate Cricut Explore app and all that kind of stuff, and I rated it and told them the things that I disliked about it. I think there's a lot of improvement that needs to be done on their apps, but all in all, for it being so quickly done and popped out there, it's pretty good. So let's go off of that. Now, if you want to see your cartridges that you have uploaded, you can go to the second cartridge there, and then right up here in the right hand corner it says My Cartridges. Click on that, and slowly it should bring you up the cartridges that are yours. But I will tell you, this is not 100% right, because a lot of these cartridges I have not purchased. But I think that, you know, when you first get your Cricut Explore Air, it gives you like 50,000 images for free for a while, for a period. So I think a lot of these may be in that. But if you click on one and you see that it just says subscribed, then that means it's free to you right now if you haven't purchased that cartridge. If it's cost anything, it'll have the amount down in the corner, like 99 cents is a lot of them. I do like that part about it because I like to be able to purchase just what little item I want off of that cartridge without having to buy the whole thing. I've got cartridges that I have never used but maybe 1 or 2 items off of. So I do like that part of it. Alright, so let's do another one here. Okay, if that's, like I said, do my cartridges, and it should bring you up most all of yours, and then the ones that you're getting for free right now. Okay, so that is that. Now if you want to do filters, so you can say just the cartridges, just my images, my uploaded, the free ones that I'm getting right now, subscriptions, purchased, that kind of thing, you can just click on those, on one of those, and it will bring you up. Like I clicked on subscription, so it's bringing me up all of the ones that I'm subscribed to. And then I just put any type and then any layer. That way it'll bring me up any of those slowly, as I said. And it's not my internet, because my internet is very fast, and it's not my iPad because my iPad works fast on other things. It's just the app, I think. But anyway, there it shows you the things that I'm subscribed to. All of that. Just lots and lots. It says 30,676 images that I'm subscribed to. In other words, that are free to me. Now if you want to get out of this and go do another search just to reset all, you can do your filter again. Ownership, you can click on that one. You can click on my images, which I don't know if I have. Let's see what comes up. I don't want to waste a lot of your time since it is kind of slow just pulling up each one of these. The best way to do it is like I did, just click on them and go in there and see what it brings up for you, because this is rather slow and I don't want to waste a lot of the time on that. So let's just cancel out of that. Okay, and cancel again, and it brings us back to the mat that's on your screen. Alright, let's just do something out of the blue. So let's click down here and do a shape, and then I think since we just had the 4th of July, let's just do a star. Okay, there's our star. I just clicked on star, it brought it up. Now if you want to see how big that star is, you can do edit, and it shows me that that star is 5.2 by 4.9 high. So it's 5.2 this way, 4.9 that way. Now if I want to make that star a different size, or if I just want to unlock it and make it a different shape, like a really weird shape, I can drag it that way, and that's just by unlocking it. Now you can unlock from here, that little lock, or you can unlock from down here, either one. But I don't like what I did, so I'm just going to do undo, and it takes it back. I like the undo button. So I think that's a pretty good size for the star. And let's put it up here. Well, let's just leave it right here for now because I want you to be able to see it really well. Okay, now I want to put an image or some text. I want to put some text on that star. So I just click down here on my text. It brings me up a text box, and then it also brings up the font name, the style, the alignment, size, letter space, line space, width, height, rotate, horizontal, oops, sorry, come on, click on the right button, vertical, height position, vertical position, arrange. So it brings you up all kinds of goodies there, and I think I just did a boo-boo, didn't I? No, maybe not. Okay, so we're going to choose our font, and you can do the Cricut font, the system font, which is all the fonts that you have in your system, or you can do all, which will bring you all of the Cricut fonts and all the fonts that you have in your system. Now you can download tons of free fonts, and I think it is called freefont.com. You can download all of those, and you can use them on this Cricut Explorer. As long as they're free, which, I mean, you can pay for them if you want to and still download them, but I just get the free ones because there's thousands and thousands of free ones out there. So let's see, what do we want to, what style do we want to do? We'll do something simple since it's a star. And as you can see, this is what takes me forever because I like them all. I want to do some of all of them. We're just going to do a simple one. So let's do Lato. Okay. Now click back on your screen, and then we'll put, let's just put July in there. Now you see how it's going to look, and if you don't like that, then you can go back. Okay, you can go back. I don't think I like that font very well. Let's do this one. Now, some of the fonts take longer than others. Just depends. One thing I'll show you right here. If I'm clicked off of that and then I click text again, it's going to bring me up another text box for me to type something else in. So in order to change, let's just delete that. In order to change this to a new font, I need to make sure that it's highlighted, and then I can change it to a different font. Okay? Alright, now I've got my star and I have July, but I want to merge them. I want to put them together. I want my July to print or write on top of my star. So what we're going to do now is we will do actions. And as you can see, when I click on actions, there's not anything that's highlighted. There's not anything. I can tap on all those and they don't work. That's because I don't have my images selected. You have to select them. Now on your computer, of course, you can just click, hold down your shift and click another one, and it groups, it groups them all together. On your iPad, you don't have that click button. So you just select it there, and then you'll select your July by just holding on to it. Well, let's do that again. Now, see what I did? Let's do that again. Alright, click on my July. I've got my space around it. And now, click on my star and hold it just for a second, and it'll highlight all of it. As long as your blue bar is around it all, you know it's all selected. Alright, so I want to put the July on top of that. And as you can see, when I pull the July, let's see if you can see that. I may have to zoom in just a bit. When I pull, and let's change the color of that. Alright, so if I want to change the color of these so that I can see what I'm doing, I go down here to layers, and then on the J, I want to click on that, and then I want to change the color to a bright yellow or something. Let's do a lime green. Also, while I'm here, I want to, I don't want July to cut. I want it to write, so I'm going to click write. Okay, then I'm going to click on my star, and I'm going to do the same thing. I want to do something bright so that I can see, but I do want to leave it on cut because I want my star to cut out. Okay, that didn't work. Click on my star. I want it to change. Let's see. There we go. Then you just choose a color that, so you can see everything. So see, you can see my July and my star. Okay, now, while I've got this on there, I want to make my July a little bit larger. And I want it to stay the same width and height. I just want to stretch it a little bit. So I'm going to make sure that this little lock is locked down. If it's not locked down, then when I start stretching it, it's going to stretch it all out of shape. Now you can do it by stretching it that way, or you can do it by edit and then just go to your width and height and change the size, which you can't see that, just go to your edit and do your width and height and change your size here. I'd rather just stretch it myself. That's the way I've been used to doing it on Surecuts a lot, and so that's the way I like to do it. So I'm going to stretch it, and now it's all out of whack. It's not in the center, so I'm going to touch it, and I'm going to, whoops, I'm going to touch my July, and I'm going to move it until it shows me those two arrows. See, I've got a yellow arrow crossways, horizontal and vertical. That means that is centered horizontal and vertical, even though it doesn't look like it is. To me, it looks like it's really off, but it says, you can see when I move it, oh, come on, Edith. When I move it, the arrows go away. So when I put it back and I get it to the right position where it's centered vertically and horizontally, the arrows are there. So that tells me that it is centered. Alright, let's see what I want to do now. Okay, oh, that looks good, doesn't it? So let's see what it's going to do. If I send it to my mat, alright, now I had something on my mat before, so when I click, and let me zoom back out because you're not seeing the buttons that I'm hitting. Okay, so when I clicked go to mat, it said, do you want to replace what you have on there, or do you just want to keep previous? I want to replace it because I was just fooling around with something else. Okay, now it shows me my star, but where's my writing? My writing's not on there. It shows me over here that it's going to cut a star out, and then it shows me that it is going to write July. But when it's in two different mats like this, that means it's going to do it separately. It's not going to be all together. So that's not what I want. I want my July to print on top of there. So I go back to design at the top, hit design, takes me back to there. I want to make sure that both are selected. So I select my star, and then I hold down over July, and I can see just a faint little blue line around it. I know you can't see that, but there's just a faint little blue line around July. That tells me that they're both selected. Then I'm going to go to Action down at the bottom, and then I'm going to click Attach. That button right there. Okay, I'm going to click Attach. Alright, now let's send it to the mat and see what it looks like. And yes, I do want to replace what I had on there before because I didn't like that. Okay, now you can see my July and you can see my star. Over on this side, you can see that it shows my mat, and it shows that it's going to write, and then it's going to cut. Okay, so everything looks good, right? Let's turn our Cricut on. And let me find my mat. I'm just going to cut this on white paper just for now, just so that you can see it. It shows up a lot better. Alright, I know you cannot see this. Let me see what I can do. Hold on just a second, and I'll see if I can move the camera. Okay, I know this is at a very bad angle, but we're going to see if this is going to work. And I think it's recording. Alright. So here's my image that I want to cut. I want to hit go. After I get everything and it all looks right, I'm going to hit go. And it says select an accessory. And not an ancestry, accessory. So it brings up my air because I have it Bluetoothed to my iPad. I'm sorry you can see the glare in my iPad. It's kind of hard to get all this in frame. Okay, so I selected that. Now it tells me to load my paper, and as you can see, the little load button is flashing. So I need to hold my mat and then hit that. Alright, now it says cut. But if you look on your screen, it'll say please insert the midnight pin into the accessory clamp and tap go. So I need to get a pen, and I have all my pens in this bag, and let's see, that's the Midnight pen. See, that is my Midnight. Take the top off, open your little flap right here. You'll see the arrow on your pen right there. Hold the bottom of your cartridge case, push that in until the arrow disappears, and then close the case. Alright, and then hit cut. So what it's going to do first, it had the little pin there, it's going to write first and then it's going to cut, and it's telling you what it's doing. Okay, and now it's telling me that it's finished here. It's also saying here that my cut is complete. So I can unload my mat. And there is my star with my July cut. Now see, does that look centered to you? It doesn't to me, but it said it was. So I'm thinking what it does is it takes, which I know it's centered, but it takes the lowest portion of one letter, the highest portion of another letter, and then it makes sure that it's centered vertically and horizontally. So it is centered. It's just to my eye it looks off. So there is that. Now, as soon as it gets through printing, don't forget to take your pen out and recap it, because these pens will dry out very quickly. Now, I went ahead and got all of the selection of pens, but we have these in the shop. You can buy, I think it's 6 pen to a pack. Some of them are metallic, some of them are not. It just depends on what you want. Okay, so that cut is complete. If I wanted to go back, do a different cut, do a smaller one, larger, whatever, I just hit design again in the top, and it takes me back to my mat. If I wanted to put an image on here with this, I click on my image. Let's see what I want to put on here. Oh, let's put a pair of glasses on there, and then I just do insert, and it puts the glasses on there, and I just highlight them and move them where I want. And then I could even put initials or words or something in the lens of the glasses if I wanted to. So I hope this helps somebody. This was just a quick tutorial showing you how to do a simple cut. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get this video uploaded. This is a card that I did for my son-in-law, and it is a happy birthday flip-up card. Let's see if I can get that where you can actually see it. I'm at a really bad angle. You see it's dimensional. It flips out the happy birthday. I'll show you how to create this card. It's very easy, very quick. It also does the envelope that goes with it. All you have to do is use a little adhesive and stick it together, and it's finished, ready to go. So I'll show you how to do that tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Hope this helps somebody. If it did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.